I'm first of all going to create a stunning collage that could be hung in a window, a shop window, or in a home. And it's going to be created on this wonderful copper mesh that's available from Smithers Oasis, and it has these small squares, which makes it quite easy for us to construct the design that we're going to make. And the collage can be extremely stunning, that can hang on a wall, but also it could be on a table centre. So there's many variations that we could actually use this design. So first we're going to take some of the felts, and we've got a variation of colours from orange to a light orange through to a pink, and we're going to cut each piece to approximately around about 30 centimetres. So we'll cut those together like so, and that gives us a nice mixture of colour combinations to create this design. And we might as well cut through the same three at the same time. Like so. So we've got three, and it doesn't matter if they are different thicknesses, because this will give much more of a texture and level in the design. So you could either fold them in half, make it easier. So there's different ways that you can actually go through and actually cut the felt. So when we've got a selection made, we then first of all start to roll, but you need to roll quite tightly. So that we then get the metal wire, and you then squeeze the felt through. With this design, it can be so creative that you could make faces out of it, you could make flags out of it. You know, when there's something special going on in the country and you want to make something that is different, it's a great way because you're using a grid form. Here, as you can see, I'm using quite a variation of very clashy colours, which is really going to give quite a strong effect to this design. And it's one of those things that, even though it can be time consuming to make, you can keep going back to it and adding pieces, and it's one of those, you know, it's a work in process. So it's really sort of going to create something quite stunning. This wonderful rose pink. And as you can see, it's very strong and sturdy. So you can see how this is really starting to create quite a stunning effect. So here we've finished a small selection of the copper wire, and we're going to take away this excess. And this is the part where this join that's running down the side here is running all the way down the outside of the wool here, and that's where we are going to trim away from. So we can work around the outside. Now, to finish off, you could either just go round and use quite simply some of the woolen twine, or you can measure around with the felt. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it and I am measuring to make sure I don't have any wastage from my roll. And we're going to take the glue gun. I'm going to run glue down the side to hold in place. And then repeat the process all the way around. So now we're starting to create this wonderful finish. And then we can take the twine, the felt twine, and I'm just going to put a small amount just to hold that firstly in place at the beginning. So now we're just going to add in just a small few silk flowers. Now, if this was going to be used with fresh flowers, again, you can maneuver the felt and then place in a glass tube. So you could leave certain squares of the copper free, so that would allow you then to place in a nice glass tube so you can then have fresh flower material climbing through. So first of all, I'm looking at where I would like to place my flower material, and I'm going to have them in two placements. So I know that that looks quite nice when I'm looking from it. Here we've got a flower that's dropping in. So if we were using fresh flowers and we were using tubes, we're giving depth and height and recession into the design. So there's lots of movement and interest going on in there. And then we add in the last couple of little alliums, which this beautiful foliage is creating lots of natural movement through the piece. And now we have here a lovely little table arrangement, which can be expanded into many, many different ways. This is an arrangement, as I've shown you previously, that it could be a collage that hangs on a wall. So there are many, many variations for this idea of design.